Hi, welcome back to CSS Tips and Tricks. I'm Steven Krecke, and today I'm going to show you how to style some list items. Alright, as you can see here, I have a list of five list items and a link inside each one. When you preview that in the browser, it looks just like this. Nothing too special. Alright, first thing I don't like about this is the bullets. So we can change that easily with some CSS. We'll just call that element, and we'll say list style and then none. So now if we preview that, it gets rid of the bullets. Another thing I'm not huge on is all the space that it automatically gives. So I'm going to say margin 0, and I'm going to say padding also to 0. And so margin is from the top and padding is from the left in the case of using unordered list. So now if we preview that, oops, there we go. Okay, so next thing we can do is we can start styling the list items themselves. I like to put a little border underneath all the links, so we can just say border bottom, 1 pixel solid, and then we'll give it a light gray. So now if we look at it, there we go, nothing too exciting. I also don't like how it's going to the end of the page here, so we're going to change that. So we'll give the unordered list a width of 300 pixels. So if we do that, and now we look at it, I'll shorten that up. All right, so now we're getting somewhere. Now I would like to change how the links look. I want them to be able to click anywhere within this list item, so they'll activate the link. So what we'll do to do that, so we'll say unordered list item, and then a tag, and then we'll tell it display block. And now inside our when we preview, inside of any of these list items, you can click and it'll activate that link. So that link is filling up that entire space. Okay. Now we can do a few other things like get rid of the underline. And we can give them a color, let's say a dark gray. And we can also set the background. Okay. So now if we look at it, yeah, it's starting to look a little nicer. Another thing I kind of noticed that I'm not really huge on is this last list item has a border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a special class called last, so last, and we're going to say border none. And now in our HTML, we're going to give that list item a class of last. And so now when we preview that, there we go, it disappeared. Okay, so now we're going to go back to here, and we're going to take this a little bit further. We're going to say li, and then colon hover, and we're going to give it a background. Can't spell. And then so we'll give that a little bit darker gray, and I'm also going to add an image to this. So we're going to say URL bullet go.png. And we're going to set it at about 280 pixels from the left and 50% vertically, and no repeat. Okay, but I'm probably also going to want this on the links before we hover too, so I'm just going to copy and paste that in there. So now, if we look at it, it looks pretty good. When you hover it, the background changes. We got a little image in there. So this will should be enough to get you started and start creating your own list items. This is a great way to start using it for navigation and everything else. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. We'll have plenty more next week. Thank you.